All right, music fans, welcome back. It is I, Dave, the real music observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you. Right there. And me. Okay, so when the Eagles do a concert, right? The Eagles, the Irving Azoff, Don Henley Eagles. I'm noticing that Joe Walsh goes off and does solo material. Don Henley has done solo material in the past. I'm wondering if they're going to let Vince Gill do some solo material since he's got a ton of it, right? Uh, it's just when I go see the Eagles, as much as I like Joe Walsh, especially, I like Joe Walsh more than Don Henley. And I'd probably rather hear a Joe Walsh solo tune. And they've been doing this, by the way, because people will say, well, they've been doing this since Eagles Live. Didn't you hear Joe Walsh's version of Life's Been Good? And it's epic. It's epic on the Eagles Live album. Yeah, I did. But look, it's an Eagles concert. It's weird. You had, especially when Glenn was still here, you had three guys there with some serious solo material that could be played at any moment. I would suggest maybe Joe gets out there before the Eagles take the stage and knock out maybe 10 Joe Walsh tunes. And then that way, those are done. Your audience is warmed up. Joe comes back out. He doesn't have to sing anymore. At least he doesn't have to sing lead. And let the Eagles play Eagles music. It's just bizarre. I get it. There's this crossover appeal. I really don't think the Eagles should ever have performed a New York Minute, which they did, which to me is I don't know. I get it because there's a harmony part at the end of the song that sounds like the Eagles, and I think I heard Don Henley say, yes, this tune was written with the Eagles in mind, and no. I mean, it's an alright song. That last solo album he did there in the 80s did quite well. He had help. Bruce Hornsby was on it. Axl Rose was on it. I think Patti Smythe might have been on it. If not, she was on the one before that. But the point being, for me as a fan of this band, which I am, I think they have enough material. I'd rather have them do some deep cut Eagles material, maybe stuff they hadn't ever done live. A lot of bands these days are performing albums from start to finish. This was the 40th anniversary of Hotel California, and nothing, crickets. You know why? My theory is it's the Don Felder factor. They don't want to throw any more accolades toward Don Felder or any exposure because, hey, Hotel is pretty much his song with some great lyrics, or some interesting lyrics, I should say, from Henley and Frey, but mostly Henley from what I understand. Now, getting back to the whole topic at hand, Vince Gill is there. Vince Gill has solo material. Timothy B. Schmidt is there. He's got solo material. Now, Tim's solo stuff probably never charted at all. I'm thinking of my favorite Timothy B. Schmidt solo tune. It's called Playing It Cool. I love that tune. I love the guitar part at the end. Just kills it. It's just it was an MTV video that I remember seeing quite a bit. But I don't think the song, it might have hit the top 100, but it would be kind of cool though to hear, maybe give Tim a song and have him sing it. Since he's only got 2 hits with the Eagles, why not, right? And Joe Walsh, look, he's got a ton of material. I understand the fascination with hearing him do Life's Been Good. It's comedy hour for 7, 8, 9 minutes, depending on how long they stretch the tune. Joe's getting a little long in the tooth vocally and getting a little screechy sounding, a little old man in the rocking chair sounding. He never had a great voice to begin with, but it was serviceable back in the day. Now it's he hits the notes, but you're kind of like, yeah, okay. The hairs go on the back of your neck, but they go the wrong direction. So I don't know. It wasn't working for me. I think they should stick to the Eagles music, maybe dig a little deeper into some of these albums. Desperado, for instance, that's a great album that, is collecting dust and other than the song Desperado, they typically don't do anything else from it. They should. They got Deacon up there. Tequila Sunrise would be a really nice addition with him singing. Because if they're doing Tequila Sunrise and Vince is singing, I don't want to hear it. All right? I want Deacon to sing it. So that's it. That's my little video. I think the Eagles should stick to playing and performing Eagles music. Don't forget to support me over on Patreon. Look, I'm only looking for $1, $1 a month. If you want to give more, that's up to you. I always throw it out there. It's a reoccurring thing. Put it on a credit card, a debit card. You won't miss it. I've done it with things that I think are valuable and probably aren't, and I've paid more. This keeps me on the air. Plus, I can work with Patreon and write some things up there and talk about some stuff on there where you'll get those messages. If you're a subscriber, you'll get them exclusively. I don't do it too often, but when I get on a tangent or on a rant, sometimes I'll go over there and blast something out. So check that out. You can check Patreon. The link is on my YouTube page. There's a logo. There's a little letter P in the middle. That's for Patreon. Just click on that, and that'll bring you to the page. All right, I'm done with this video. Eagles in the can. Once again, we'll be back with more real music in real time for real people. Just like you right there. Just like me here. We'll do it real soon. Talk to you then.